Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. My goodness, David, we're only a couple days away.
T-minus 2 days.
It is here. You feeling good about the season now? Have you talked yourself into believing, being more and more positive? No. Have you talked yourself into believing being more negative?
No.
Okay.
I'm staying.
So you're holding fast.
You know what? I'm glass half full guy. So the concerns are glaring.
What's in the glass, by the way?
Oh well. Right now, it's a peach shake from Chick-fil-A.
You could do worse.
Mm-hmm. But the question marks are glaring. Let me say this, Annie. You said this yesterday on the show with, who were you on? You with JJ yesterday. Auburn's defense, I really do believe, is going to be elite. And I don't throw elite around very often. Mm-hmm. I just think our defense is deep. I think it's going to be very, very good. Can it keep some folks out of the end zone until we can figure out, and I say offensive identity. I mean, Harsin knows what they're going to run. It's the same system as last year. The glaring questions and I heard you slam my theory on Tate Johnson yesterday with JJ, and that's fine.
Which theory is that?
About the 285. You said that's not going to be a factor. You didn't think that's
I
a big
said
deal.
I think we make sometimes we make too big a deal of that. Will it be a factor? Yeah, probably.
Well, like JJ said, over the course of an SEC grind, 285 at center scares me to death. Okay, there again, if he's the guy, let's roll. And the question marks on offense, Andy, are glaring. They just really are. But I'm very excited about the defense. So
Auburn is going to go up against I think a 250-pound right guard Saturday.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And a 270-pound center. So
yeah,
we'll see how big of a difference it makes with Auburn's defensive line.
Well, like we said. By the way, the SEC shorts thing with the cupcakes, that I almost spit my coffee out. That was hilarious.
I'm glad you can laugh at yourself.
Hey, I can laugh at us. I can. Those guys are hilarious, and they pick on everybody.
They do.
But
it hits a little too close to home most of the time. That's the problem.
Hey, they peg it, man. They do. They peg it. And a friend of mine went to high school with that guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And golly, it's fun. That was funny. But thank God that we are opening with Mercer and San Jose State. We've said that before, too. Yeah. 2 games, 2. And like Harsin said, it's not a situation of will we see 2 quarterbacks or 2 this and that. He's looking at it as an opportunity for those guys that have worked their tails off during the offseason and fall camp to have an opportunity to play, to see what they can do. So I'm excited. I know you'll be there Saturday. I'll be there Saturday. Looking forward to it. And the pageantry of college. And tonight, unfortunately, I have a music gig tonight, so I'm taping a couple of games. But very interested to watch what happens between Penn State and Purdue this evening.
That one is 2 SEC games in action as well.
That's right.
We'll talk about those a little bit. Obviously, a lot of names being bandied about as far as the replacement for Alan Green as the Auburn athletic director. It'll be interesting to see, what direction Auburn goes. New Auburn president, Chris Roberts. A lot of people think, most people really like him, think he's a very professional, he's a very smart guy, and he's going to do this, very deliberately. And it's not going. Nobody's going to tell him what to do. He's going to make the decision. That at least seems to be the consensus so far. So that's good. And we'll see what kind of judgment he has going forward. This will be the first big decision he has made. So you heard anything about any names so far?
The one name that jumped out huge, and if I'm the president at Utah State, I'm wondering, hey, dude, are you with us or not?
Yeah.
I mean, he basically said, dude, if they offer, I'm gone.
Yeah.
He didn't say that, but
Well, I think everybody at Utah State knows that.
Hartwell, yeah.
I mean,
Well, Utah State.
Yeah.
He's done a phenomenal job.
no offense to Utah State. I'm sure it's a fine institution.
No. And
but
their football team, didn't we play them a couple of years ago?
we did. Needed overtime. I mean, we needed an onside kick late to beat them.
That's correct. Look, he'd be a good one. He would. I have no idea. And somebody said, well, just hire whoever Jimmy Rain wants, so this thing will just keep on rocking along like it has been. And there again, he said he had nothing to do with the coup. Let's just, good Lord, let's just move forward and get some positive things going. And in that regard, I mean, if they're out to get Brian Harsin, they're going to get him no matter what. Mm-hmm. If Brian Harsin can win 10 football games this season, how in the world could we even think about?
Well, he's bulletproof if he does that.
Yeah. Of course, now he might say, you know what? This place ain't for me. We'll holler at y'all.
He might do. He had that opportunity to go last year and get paid and refused, basically. Said, I'm coming back.
I can, all this talk about he don't like Auburn. I've heard some stuff about the family and all that too. Look, he lies pretty good if he doesn't like Auburn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paul Feinbaum, who we all just cherish and love,
National treasure.
asked him, point blank yesterday, and he said the difference between last year and this year is the guys in our building are totally cohesive. The chemistry's there. They bought in. It's as tight.
Coaches and players.
Coaches and players. He said it's as tight a group as I've ever been around. That's positive. That's wonderful. So let's go.
So we'll actually take a look at the Mercer Bears a little bit today too. We haven't really even considered them. They are the first opponent. They are an FCS school. Auburn played them a couple of years ago, 2017, but they came out of the gate. They've already played a game.
Offensive juggernaut.
600 yards of offense, 63 points put up. I don't care if you're playing 7-on-7 and playing a high school team, scoring 63 points is it's good for them. So they played Alabama last year, lost 48-14.
Yeah.
But they scored a couple of touchdowns. Had I think a 60-yard pass and catch. That guy's I think back. Quarterback's back as well. So it'll be Auburn will be tested in some degrees. So that's a good thing. So we'll talk about that. We'll kind of break down the Mercer Bears a little bit and talk about anything you'd like to talk about. 256-234-6221. That's our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind, or dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z, and comment away. Games tonight: Central Michigan at Oklahoma State, 6 o'clock. That one, that could be somewhat interesting. But the backyard brawl, West Virginia and Pittsburgh.
Yes.
That one, they really don't like each other. Yeah. I don't know what West Virginia will have. They seem to be fairly evenly matched. Pittsburgh was really good last year. Yeah. They lost quite a bit.
Yeah, they did.
So what are they going to have coming back? I think that's probably a very evenly matched team. It may be the best game of the night. Ball State at Tennessee. Jason Whitlock, who is a Ball State alum, predicted an upset.
Really? I wonder what flavor Kool-Aid that was.
I don't know. It's a good question. Penn State at Purdue, 7 o'clock on Fox. That's the one you mentioned.
Yeah.
Look, Purdue, they'll sneak up. Every now and then they beat what? Ohio State a couple of years ago. They have had their moments.
This
what's
will be
this
a
Penn
tough
State?
contest for Penn State, Andy.
What's Penn State? What do you really? What do you expect from Penn State? I really don't.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Are they going to be as good as they were last year?
Well, they were talking about it on and I listen every day on my way in. I listen to Full Ride, and they were talking about that, and they said, he was asking a Big Ten guy. He said, "What do you say tomorrow on the air if Penn State loses tonight?" And it was Jake Butt, used to be a tight end in the Big Ten.
Okay.
And he said,
he played for Michigan?
I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he said,
Jake Butt.
Jake Butt. Yeah. And he's on with Chris Childers. But he said, my question is, where do you go from here? In 2 weeks, you're going to Auburn. You got Ohio State this year. Where are you going from here, man?
Yeah.
So tonight is a huge game for Penn State's game tonight is equivalent of our game in 2 weeks as far as perception and where are you, Auburn, Penn State, because they could lose that game.
UAB kicks things off against Alabama A&M. 7 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. And La Tech travels to Mizzou, 7 o'clock on ESPN.
It might be a decent game, too.
Could be. Again, Penn State, Missouri, all opponents for Auburn, so good time doing a little scouting.
Yep.
We're up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. I will try to exercise this frog in my throat. And we'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
Glenn Smith in Opelika was recently recognized as a top performer in the 2021 General Motors Mark of Excellence program. All three brands, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. These awards are accomplishments reserved for only a select few outstanding dealerships and is a symbol of extraordinary performance in sales and customer satisfaction excellence. These awards represent the highest honors in the industry.
We are honored to be recognized by General Motors for our commitment to excellence. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Always appreciate you. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. 256-234-6221, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z. We're brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248. I think we got some comments, David.
We do. My brother chimed in. He says, I'm anxious to watch Papo. Well, Dale, we wondered last year if we'd ever see him again. And he's the quarterback of the defense. And he is going to make a huge difference there in the middle. And so I'm anxious to see that as well. Obviously, he's 100% now because I don't think he's taken any days off. Absolutely, we're anxious to see him run around and hit folks tomorrow.
You know, I'm not sure I think about it, I'm not sure we've ever seen Owen Papo play without Jacoby McClain. I'm pretty sure that he didn't play or start until Jacoby was, I think a year behind him or maybe a year ahead of him, I forget.
Yeah.
But they always were kind of playing together. Mm-hmm. And not having that guy on the field, you are the man.
Yes.
Owen Papo.
He is the man.
So I'm kind of that's a good call. Very interesting to see how he operates, how he is. He's the one getting everybody lined up. He's the one that everybody looks to say, you got to take care of this. You got to make these plays.
It's his turn.
Yeah.
And to add to that, Andy, what I said coming on the show today, the defense, I just feel like it's going to be a phenomenal defensive year. The pieces around, I know Jacoby's gone and several other guys are gone, Smoke. But the pieces that Owen has around him to plug in, I'm excited about. I'm a big DJ James fan.
Yeah.
He's running back up at the corner. Jason Jones, Imba, going to make a huge difference up front. Derek Hall is incredible. So that's going to be fun to watch. John Paul says, whoever the next Auburn AD, the boosters need to stay out of the way and let that person do their job. Well, we'll see. That's been our problem for years and years.
Yeah, that's astute, but we wondered, if that's actually realistic. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Brian Arson says Eric Keesaw is going to be the play caller. Not surprising, I don't think. Mike Bobo was the play caller last year, but Harson says he will be involved.
Well, Andy, we can't get any worse, can we, than what we were last year? Where were we ranked? Scoring offense 11th, total offense 10th, passing game explosiveness 10th. We were down by the bottom in just about every offensive category. It can't get worse.
Well, unfortunately, I think it can.
Well,
maybe it would take some effort to be worse.
Well, I'll tell you this: And I like what Harsin said about all of our offensive coaches are in on the game plan. So there's kind of one brain there as far as what they're going to do game to game. And I can promise you that Harsin's going to have some input on a 3rd and 9 with a timeout called. You know, Keesaw might be calling that play, but he might be calling the one that Brian Harsin said, hey,
right,
we kind of need to look at this.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's one thing to say that, and if everybody truly is, and he talks about the continuity of the coaching staff and the players, and everybody's on the same page, and, oh, yeah, it's all joy and sunshine and rainbows, and okay, but that's good with everybody's contributing to the game plan. Everybody's doing their job. Everybody's, you know, as long as what they're offering and what their part is that they're putting into the game plan is good.
Yeah.
You don't, you know, you can have too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And you got too many voices.
Yeah.
Now, what's it going to be? You know, hopefully, everybody's got a voice, but when it comes down to it, Eric Keesaw's the one. He calls the play. You know, he and TJ Finley have a great relationship there. You know, that it's a seamless, you know, transition. So there's a lot of new parts, a lot of different parts. Is Eric Keesaw going to be up in the booth? Is he going to be down on the field?
We don't know. He not sure yet.
No,
That'll be interesting. Well, Andy,
it doesn't matter to me.
No, whatever they're more comfortable with. It's great that the entire offensive staff has an input into the game plan. But when Saturday at kickoff time rolls around, it's going to be Keesaw and Harsin. So, and like you said, you don't want too many voices in the headset.
No.
But I'm just excited to see what Keesaw does with the talent that we do have, because it wasn't very good last year for sure.
What do you buy? What's your philosophy on, you know, forever it was Auburn would begin a game, you know, especially under Malzahn, it seems like, or Tuberville, you know, the game plan, well, they're not going to show a lot, you know. Everything will be very basic, you know, and of course that would always be the case if we didn't look very good. They say, well, we didn't show anything, we didn't do anything, yada yada. They're holding things back, you know, for later in the season.
Right.
You buy into that?
Look, your trick plays and your stuff like that, you definitely don't want to show that hand.
Sure.
But I mean, run your offense. I mean, if you're having to pull a lot of stuff out against Mercer and San Jose State because you've got to win the football game, it don't freaking matter. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, don't throw the kitchen sink at either one of those, but run your offense. You know. So, and the good thing about Saturday is that we've seen Mercer play. They've already broken down. Obviously, they looked at last year, but they've already broken down this year's film. Think of Florida State and LSU with the not announcing the quarterback. What are you going to do? You're going to go watch Brian Kelly at Notre Dame? What are you going to do? We're in pretty good shape for Saturday because we kind of know what we're going up against.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll take a little deeper dive into the Mercer Bears. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only a few more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. And Big Fish, some representatives from the great Big Fish Real Estate Company will be with us tomorrow on the Auburn Blitz. So
the
be
ladies
sure to
coming tomorrow?
The ladies are coming tomorrow.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, tell me about it. So the Mercer Bears got off to a pretty good start against Morehead State. Is that where
John I. Broom?
Yeah, John I. Broom.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
Morehead
right.
State. That's what
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, so got
Pretty darn good basketball
Apparently not a very good football team.
No, I don't think
But
so.
Mercer last year 7-3, 6-2, so a pretty decent team. Bring a pretty good bit back. Bringing the quarterback back, really good. It's not surprisingly, Mercer's going to have a lot of transfers. Now everybody has a lot of transfers these days, but smaller schools like that, FCS schools, they get the quarterback. I think was a transfer from where was he? I can't remember now. But they got a receiver, Ty James that was a transfer from Georgia. And they got a running back who was a transfer from Gardner Webb.
Was that you yesterday with JJ when you said that's three of the words we say the most now is the transfer from?
Yeah, I think so. Every you could go down the list and say they transferred from.
Everybody.
So-and-so.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So Fred Payton, that's the quarterback.
Okay.
Was there last year, played that and his career stats, 58% completion percentage, 1,909 yards, 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Excuse me. 76 carries, 133 yards. So 1.8 yards per carry. Not a big-time threat to run the football.
No.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But they did hammer Moorhead 63-13 last week. 359 yards rushing.
And
what does that mean? It's hard to say.
Well, if the quarterback's not a dual threat, that means the running backs probably did most of that. But
and I think their main running back, he had like 5 carries for 150 yards. So I looked it up, and they scored. Now think about this now: 625 total yards of offense, 63 points scored. They were only in the red zone 3 times. So a lot of explosive plays.
Long runs or passes.
A lot of long passes, a lot of or short passes and long runs, and several. The running backs had several long runs. So,
well, Andy,
an explosive offense, at least against Moorhead State.
I wonder how many possessions they had where they didn't score, because they probably scored on almost every possession, I would think. Well, maybe they were saying we better get some points this week because next week I can't imagine.
I don't know, and I looked at the there was a preview of the offensive line for Mercer.
Yeah.
And I think the center was 270. Right guard was 250. And I think the other guard, the biggest lineman they have is 300 pounds. I think there's like a 285, a 300 pound, 270. There was one that was 250. He was like a redshirt freshman. They were throwing out there at right guard. So Auburn's defensive line.
Jason Jones is going to be like a pit bull going after a pork chop, son.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, if Auburn's defensive line cannot dominate this offensive line for Mercer, we probably got problems down the line.
Problems and situations. Yeah, for sure.
I'd forgotten Mercer was a football program for a long time until 1941. That's when they scuttled the program and did not resurrect it until 2013.
Yeah.
So they've only been around in the incarnation that they are now for the last 9 years or so. So,
Andy, when you look at their schedule last year, I mean, we should just absolutely. This should not be a problem in any way, shape, or form, because Alabama is the only Power 5 team that they played last year.
Right.
And they were 7-3. Of course, they lost to Alabama. They lost to VMI. They got killed by VMI.
They did. That was the one game that they didn't fare too well.
And then East Tennessee State, they lost by a field goal. So.
Auburn has played Samford a couple of times, back over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, that's right.
But that was a competitive game last year with Samford, 45-42.
Yeah.
The clear, obviously, Auburn should win this. They're a 31.5-point favorite.
Right. Well, they finally came out with a line. Huh?
I think so. So that Auburn should win this game. They should win it comfortably.
Yeah.
And they should dominate at every aspect of it.
Yeah.
However, with everything that has gone on, Mercer, who has a ton of confidence, I would think, after last week, is telling themselves, and I'm sure Drew Cronick is telling his team, this team can be beat. they're fragile mentally. They've got, I mean, the fans don't even like the coach. The coach don't like the fans. He don't like the administration. All we got to do is go in there and survive the first quarter. And we're going to be in it. And we can win this game.
He's pulling everything out of the bag he's got.
What do they got to lose?
Nothing.
Nothing. Not a thing.
Don't think that's going to happen.
Having said that, Auburn ought to win by 40. But we're up against another break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Attention! Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months? You may be entitled to compensation. Call Zantac Justice now for a free legal case review. The FDA has warned that Zantac and other medications containing heartburn drug ranitidine may be contaminated with cancer-causing agent NDMA. Consult your physician prior to discontinuing any use of medication.
Please call 800-379-5986.
Hey, honey, it's Mom. Just wanted to call and check in, see how everything's going. You'll probably say not to worry. Everything is great. But we miss you. I'll call you back later.
No. Everything's great. I love it here.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Alex City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need three things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually four. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit. September 15th, 7 p.m., the Gouge Performing Arts Center at Auburn University. Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit. Buy tickets at the box office or visit GougeCenterTickets.auburn.edu. The new album, Georgia Blue, out now.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogrooom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Brought to you each and every day by Russell Dewitt Center with 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Dewitt Center today. Ty says, I heard last night the Utah State AD said if Auburn called, he will listen. He was at Troy before he went to Utah State. I think he's got Auburn ties. His name is John Hartwell. Yeah, we mentioned that at the beginning. Some names being thrown out there. He was one. I don't have a clue as far as what direction Auburn. I've heard a lot of speculation about Auburn from one group saying, well, they'll probably hire from within. And, every time something like that, now Tim Jackson's name comes up, and that name is like a lightning rod. I just can't – I couldn't imagine somebody that actually happening. It just seemed that there's so much he might be the best guy ever, but there are so many people that just despise him that I just cannot believe that would even be entertained. However, then
you'll have to educate me on the background of that one.
Well, we'll talk during the break.
Yeah.
But there's also another camp that said, I think clearly this hires it'll be made from outside, so it will bring somebody in from the outside. So you always got conflicting reports, and everybody's got their own idea about.
Just don't bring in a Leith.
Yeah, if you hire somebody,
I figure I'd get you dandruff up.
Thanks, yeah. You hire Stephen Leith again, then anybody even close to that, then I just punch me in the face.
I ruined your day. I should have kept my mouth shut.
If Mercer rushes for 359 yards against Auburn, it'll be a long night. An understatement.
A long
yeah.
season.
It'll be a long decade.
That ain't happening.
If Mercer runs for 359 yards against Auburn.
And Andy,
however, Georgia State ran up down the field in Auburn for a half.
They did
last year.
Well, and that's what they do. I just realized.
Apparently, that's what Mercer does.
Well, evidently. I just realized that I'm not going to get to break down the game first with you because Monday's Labor Day and we're not going to have a show. So you and Randy will have at it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that, darn. Oh, well.
You can call in if you'd like.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Part of the conversation. But, all right, so some of Auburn insiders making some predictions here. Philip Marshall says Auburn 38-13 Mercer. 38-13 over Mercer.
Over Mercer. Okay.
Jason Caldwell 56-17. A little bit more faith in the offense. Think we could put up 56 points?
No. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I think if we get way ahead in the first half, I think we'll see some backups in the second half, and I don't have a problem. Now, let's don't pull a Gus. You know what I'm fixing to say. Get up a certain amount and just say, we'll just run the clock out, it's over, and then do nothing for the rest of the football game. So
last year, Auburn beat Akron, 60-17 62-0 or something, or 62-10, and then they beat Alabama State like 60-0 or something like that.
Right.
So, we came out of the gate last year.
I don't think that's. Yeah, I think that's Harson's deal. We're going to win the football game. If we win it big, we win it big. I don't think that Mercer will score 17 points. I don't.
I think that's kind of a bad sign if we give up 17 points.
Me too.
I would be disappointed.
With our defense.
I would be disappointed if we give up.
I agree.
Mark Murphy says 37-14. That seems a little.
If they score more than 10, I'm going to be upset.
38-17's another one. Nathan King said 48-21. We give up 3 touchdowns again. That's still, I
don't see it.
Philip Dukes at 49-25. Not a good performance, I don't think. And 45-6 from Christian Clemente.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. 45-6.
I'll take that one.
2 field goals.
Yeah.
What do you consider to be? I always, come into a game and I think about, all right, best case scenario, worst case scenario. What to you would be idealistic as far as what you want to see from the offense against Mercer? Points wise, what?
Well, I want to see for sure red zone efficiency. Not a lot of field goals.
Do we need to rush for a certain amount, you think? Do we need to rush for 200 yards?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. We need to score in the red zone, more touchdowns than field goals. No offense, I'm anxious to see Anders Carlson back at it again, and evidently he's back to his old self. But I just, red zone field goals against Mercer, it's not a good sign. We need to stick it in the end zone. And consistency, finishing drives. That's one of Harson's favorite words is finish. So that's going to be my expectation Saturday is that we finish drives, we finish third downs to move the chains, and that we finish in the red zone with touchdowns, more touchdowns than field goals.
All right, 200 yards rushing, how many total yards?
450.
We need to get 450?
Yep.
And how many points?
45.
45 points, 450 total, 200 yards rushing.
Yep.
To you, that's idealistic.
Yeah.
And no more than 6 points or
10 tops.
10 tops.
More than 10, I'll be disappointed. I like the 45 to 6. That's perfect.
I think that's probably that's about where I am.
Okay.
If we give up, I'd like to give up no more than 100 yards rushing, and I'd like to keep them under 300 yards. So.
Yeah. And out of the red zone.
Yeah. We are up against another break here. One final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday. Right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go. Conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around. Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday afternoon. Auburn and Mercer, Saturday night, 6 o'clock at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Go ahead and get your predictions in. We already got some rolling in. David and I were talking about kind of an ideal situation, what it would be. Ty says 45-3. Bill says 53-6. So I like both of those. I'll take either one of them, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
I think that would be a nice night all the way around, for sure. It is September the 1st.
How about that?
We are already. What is this, 2022? Is this it's almost over?
And it was a little, Andy,
What are you doing, David? How are you letting this get away from us?
That's what we were talking about that the other day. This is our second fall here at the lake. Seems like we just moved here. It's been 22 months. But and it was a little, I don't want to say cool, mild this morning.
Yeah.
You know that first morning when you walk out with your cup of coffee and you go, oh, there we go. We're almost there, maybe.
Yeah. John Paul says 67-14. Now that's, if we put up 67 points, I could definitely get behind that, because 14 would definitely be against some backups.
Well, if we got 67, Andy, I'd feel okay about 14, a little more.
Probably so.
Yeah.
All right, September the 1st, on this day, 1939, the Germans invaded Poland and World War II began. I remember it well. 1984, on this day, quarterback Willie Totten of Mississippi Valley State passed for a Division II or Division 1A, speaking of FCS, record 536 yards and 9 touchdown passes in an 86-0 win over Kentucky State. A young receiver by the name of Jerry Rice caught 17 passes that day for 294 yards and 5 touchdowns, breaking his own record in 1AA for receptions and total yards.
Did they run the ball at all?
Good question. Would go on to be a pretty good receiver.
Yeah, he was
Jerry Rice.
pretty spiffy.
Don't know if any of you kids have ever heard of him. Happy birthday today, James J. Corbett. He was a heavyweight champion back in the early days of boxing, born on this day, 1866. Ray Flaherty, he was a Hall of Fame end in professional football, 1904. Rocky Marciano, undefeated heavyweight champion. Undefeated heavyweight champion for about 10 years. Boxcar Willie, born on this day, 1931. Country singer.
I've got his whole collection.
I'm sure you do. Harold Lloyd Jenkins, otherwise known as Conway Twitty. Born on this day, 1933.
Oh, mercy.
Conway, Arkansas.
For country?
Twitty, Texas.
Well, for country, he had to change his name.
Never would have made it as far as Harold Lloyd Jenkins.
That's correct.
Excuse me. Lily Tomlin, born on this funny lady, 1939. Barry Gibb. That's a jive talking.
Yes.
One of I can't even say it. David does a lot of jive talking. 1946. Philip Fulmer, Fat Phil, born on this day, 1950. Alabama people don't like him for some reason. Makes me like him a little bit. I don't know. Phil McGraw, Dr. Phil, born on this day, 1950. Some connection between him and Philip Fulmer, born on the same day, same year. I don't know. Gloria Estefan.
Beautiful. Lovely singer.
I don't know about the Miami Sound Machine, but she was.
She kicked them to the curb and went solo.
That's true. 1957. Yeah. She still looks pretty good. Born on this day, 1957. Kenny Mayne, 1959. Bam Bam Bigelow. He had like flames tattooed on top of his head.
Wrestler. Yeah.
1961. Tim Hardaway. A great shooter.
Yes.
Back in the day, Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
I remember him from the Heat as well. Yep. Zach Thomas, linebacker. Jason Taylor, linebacker. Both played for the Dolphins. I believe they were brother-in-law. I believe one of them married the other one's sister.
Is that right?
I think so. Huh. And I believe Jason Taylor's in the Hall of Fame. Born on this day, 1974. Clinton Portis, running back from Miami.
Oh, really?
Miami Hurricanes. Okay. Went on to play in the NFL for many years.
I was thinking of the NFL team. Wasn't it the Steelers? I'm not sure.
I don't recall, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
1981 and Zendaya.
You got me on this one.
I don't know. I mean, 1996, she's the girl from she's MJ from the new Spider-Man movies.
Well, I haven't seen
apparently
that
she's
either,
a singer as well. I had no idea.
Multi-talented.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, yes.
And she's always look. I'm sure this. I apologize for short people, but she's taller than Spider-Man. There's just something weird about that. I'm sorry.
Randy Newman would just laugh at that.
Oh, is that right?
Short people.
Oh,
got no business.
No.
You don't know that song?
I'm not sure I do.
Okay.
You do that one?
No, I do not.
You do that.
Out of my genre.
You do any Randy Newman?
I do not.
He's a pretty funny. I mean,
he's funny.
He's a pretty good songwriter.
He is funny.
That's some interesting ones. But
yeah.
All right.
Short people got no business to live. That's it.
Short people got no business to live.
Yeah. YouTube that one after the show.
I will definitely do that. I'm not quite that animosity.
I don't agree with that.
I don't have that kind of animosity for her. Short people. I'm just saying, she's just a tall girl.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Taller than Spider-Man.
Taller than Spider-Man. Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. Back on the air tomorrow, same time, same channel. For David, I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.